All right, let's hit the rhythm patterns for forever. Basically, there are 4 sections to this. There is a finger picking part, there are 2 main rhythm parts, and then there's a build. And we're gonna hit all 4 of those separately. All right, so let's start with the finger picking. Some of you might be a little intimidated by this, but I want to assure you this is a very simple pattern that actually might get you into finger picking a little bit, and you might really enjoy yourself. So first I'm going to show you how we do the finger picking part, then I'm going to show you how to bring a pick back into it. It might be a little bit awkward at first, but I think you'll be able to do it. All right, so the basic pattern is thumb 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Okay, so your thumb's always going to hit your bass note of the chord, and most of the time that's sticking right here on the E string. It does jump up to the A string at one point when you play the C chord. Okay, so let's just practice that without any chord with our left hand. We'll just go thumb 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, thumb 1, 2, 1, 2. Let's do it a couple more times. Awesome. All right, let's incorporate the chords while we're doing it. So we start with the G chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and D over F sharp and 3 and 4 E minor and 2 and 3 and 4 and C and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 Very good. Now I don't know if you noticed with my left hand, on occasion, when I'm playing the E minor chord, I actually just take my hand right off the guitar, because with this pattern, I'm not hitting any of the strings that I'd use for that E minor chord, and that allows me to kind of get my mind ready to get that next C chord on the guitar ready for the next part of the finger picking. So that's it. That's pretty straightforward, pretty simple. You play that through the first half of the verse, through the verse 1, I guess it would be. And then once you get into verse 2, which comes straight after verse 1, you're going to a strumming pattern, which is a little bit tricky to get into, but let me just show you how I do it. So if we're coming from, I'll start on the E minor, 1 and 2 and 3 to the C, 4 and... So you can let that last part of the finger picking pattern ring out. You can skip the last little bit, grab your pick, and start strumming. Now, as you can see, with this guitar, I've got a nice little pickup right on the top of the guitar, so I can just wedge my pick in there. That's how I like to do it with the couple guitars that I use. One of them doesn't have a pickup up here, and I just have a piece of tape that I stick my pick under. A lot of guys, I don't know, make fun of me for that, but that's my little system. Some people really like to tuck their pick in their hand. They kind of tuck it between their second and third finger, just like this. You might want to flip it around so that when you flip it up, it comes out with the pointy end out. So you can kind of try that. Why don't we try it together? We'll go from the E minor, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 to the C, 1 and 2 and 3 and pull it out. Now you're going to want to figure out your own system for that. It might go between your back 2 fingers. There's no right or wrong way, but you got to figure out a way that's comfortable for you, that's not going to interrupt with the integrity of your picking or your strumming. Okay, this really works for me. Putting it up here in my pickup, that might be scary for you. You might be thinking about only that and messing up your rhythm, but just practice. Okay, so let's move on to the first, after this, the picking, we're gonna move on to the first strumming rhythm pattern, which is a real simple down, up, down, up, down. Let's see what that sounds like on a G chord. 3, 4. Now, as you do this, there's a couple variations you can throw into that pattern. I like to do a little down up at the end, just to as it changes over back to the top of the rhythm pattern. We're gonna play it through a couple times. I'll give you a chance to play with me, and I might throw in a little bit of a down up at the end here and there, but don't be thrown off, it's still part of the rhythm. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Awesome. So that rhythm goes straight through from the second verse, the pre-chorus, and then when you get to the chorus, this would be the second rhythm. So the second strumming rhythm, the third part of the song that changes again. So once you get to the chorus, which is Forever He is Glorified, it changes to a down, down, up, up, down, 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 up, up, down, down. Awesome. Really straightforward. It is a little tricky sometimes to think I got to go between those two rhythms. I really recommend spending time going from the chorus back to the pre-chorus, back to the chorus, back to the pre-chorus. In fact, let's try doing that right now. We're going to go through the last line of the chorus on that down, down, up, down, down, and then back to the down, up, down, up, down. Okay, you ready? Let's go from the E minor on the chorus. 2, 3, 4. Down, down, up, down, down to the C. Now we're going to switch patterns back. Now let's switch it back to the chorus pattern. Here we go. Down, down, up, down, down, down. Good job. All right, the bridge goes back to the first strum pattern, that down, up, down, and it's a really, it's a little bit less intensity than the rest of the song. So you're going to want to think about that. You want to make sure that you hold back in your intensity, your volume, bring it right down to a... And that might mean when you're strumming that you're not doing all 6 strings every time. Maybe you come up on just the bottom 2. Down, down. So you start your chord just coming down maybe on the top 3, and you come up maybe on the bottom 3. Okay? The last part that we need to talk about is the build. There is a build that comes back into the chorus, and those are just down strums. So if we come from the end of the bridge, we sing hallelujah, the Lamb has overcome. Let's do that part as a build. So all just down strums, and then back into the down, down, up, down, down. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, 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 down. Hit the A minor to the C. Down, down, up, down, down. Awesome. Well, I hope this tutorial is helpful for you. Please watch it over and over until you get it right, and go rock this at church or your small group or your youth group, or wherever you're going to play this.